Testing. How now, brown cow? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you ready?
I'm all ready.
You on here? Come on, let's go inside and get started. Dusty out in that hall?
Hey, get a load of fatso there.
Oh, would I like to melt you just once. Dusty out in that hall? What's my temperature, Norton? 111. Oh, come on, let's get moving. Isn't there any lot here?
Yeah, about 300 pounds.
A 20% percentage.
And now, who is our next guest, please? Herb, here's our next guest.
Humma. Ed Norton.
Ha ha! Watch this.
The Honeymooners Podcast, the only podcast that is all about the greatest show of all time. With the stars, Joe Conti and Louis Fatz.
If they ever institute a Nut of the Month Club, I've got a very good idea who's going to be January and February.
Welcome, fellow raccoons and members of the Women's Auxiliary. What's happening, all you hurricanes, Bensonhurst bombers, and all you Herman Grubers of the world? You are listening to the Honeymooners Podcast with me, Joe Conti, and my pal Louis Fatz.
What, boss, what then? Oh, never mind about that. Mr. Gordon has informed me that you are the best pool player in the company. I'd like you to help me. We're into recycling here, Joe. I think I used that once before. I can't remember.
You gotta go into the well.
Oh, that's all.
I don't care. I love your Marshall.
I just like doing Mr. Marshall.
I love your delicious Marshall. The only
Hey,
podcast.
very good.
The only podcast all about the greatest show of all time. We record in the Non-Productive Studios at 328 Chauncey Street in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, also known as
Clifton, New Jersey.
Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcast. And if you're on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and leave a positive review because we'll read them on the air. Right. Our home base, if you don't have a cell phone, you got a flip phone,
like
and
me.
you just want to listen on your computer, you go to
one of those.
yeah, or if you don't have one of those, I don't know how you're listening to us.
I'm working on
it. It's non-productive.com/honeymooners. Yep. You go there and you can listen to all of our episodes from episode 1 all the way to 99. Yeah. Don't forget to like our Honeymooners Podcast Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter at Honeymooner1. And support us through our Patreon if you want to, give a couple of bucks here and there, You just go to any of our episodes and you click on the bottom and you can donate, if you want to,
You'd be the first one.
I suppose I can put you down for the usual buck.
That would be fantastic.
Great, we'll take it.
Or if you want to donate
$100.
that would be even better. I would say I would go with the latter one. I would rather you donate
$100
than the usual buck. But anyway.
Not a counterfeit one, but a real one would be great. Well, you'll wind up with Tommy Mullen in jail.
Exactly. So if you want to support us through Patreon, just go to non-productive.com/honeymooners and click to the bottom of any episode and you can support us. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, call 240-442-2635 and you can email us at honeymoonerspodcast@AOL. And you know why we use AOL?
Aren't they ancient?
That's exactly it, because we are ancient.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Lou?
Well, George, let me correct myself. I said Mullen. It's supposed to be Doyle.
Oh, okay.
Caught myself.
The
Been
Mullen
all-
kid,
the Mullen, the Mullen.
yeah.
Get my Tommies mixed up.
Yes.
Joe, episode 99.
Absolutely.
And
This is going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting because is it?
Oh, I'm going to guess. Can I say, is it Wayne Gretzky?
No.
How about Aaron Judge?
Definitely no. There's only 199.
Who is this 99 fella?
Mark Gastineau.
There we go. We finally got a jet here.
in there for
and
Joe.
a legendary lunatic jet. But the great Mark Gastineau, number 99.
I got a little Gastineau story.
Okay.
We were downtown New York, Little Italy, and we're sitting outside at Umberto's, famous Umberto's, where Joey Gallo got whacked.
Okay.
A limousine pulls up.
That's how you know you're in New York.
Yeah.
We use people who are murdered on how to
It's
locate
like,
places.
So we see a limousine pull up, Guy gets out, huge. I mean, he looks. We're like, who the hell is that? I'm like, oh my God, that's Gastineau.
It was a Gastineau.
He was hammered. He gets out with this little guy, this little flunky. I don't know. It was probably his whatever he was, his flunky and his whatever you would think it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was it. He
Now,
got out of.
when was it? Was this?
Gotta be. When did he play in the? When did Gastineau play?
Oh, he played in the mid to late 80s.
80s. That's when it was.
It was in the 80s.
It was in the 80s. Yeah. Yeah, because he was at the height of his.
So he's at the height of his career.
He's Mark Gastineau.
He's Mark.
Yeah, it's not like Gaston getting out of a car. It was Mark Gastineau. With the long hair and
right.
He
He's just
looked like a
monster.
maniac.
He's
Because
huge.
he sticks out anywhere.
Yeah. He's not hiding anymore.
No, even downtown New York, in Little Italy, he still sticks out.
Right. There's got to be at least 1,000 guys that look like him.
Yeah. Maybe 100.
Maybe 100.
So anyway, that's my Mark Gastineau story.
That is cool,
Yeah.
man. Very, very cool.
Now, we didn't have cell phones in those days, so I couldn't take a picture.
Right? Yeah.
Just got to believe me on this one.
We believe you. So before we get started, we have to talk about.
Oh, and the Scungio was really good.
Was the Scungio
Scungio was great, yeah. And the Scungio and Galamad, great.
Great. All right, good.
That's
good.
what Umberto's famous for. And murders.
Yes, and murders. So, what do we got to do here? We want to talk about our wonderful, fantastic, most prestigious sponsor, Silk City Hot Sauce. All right? What you got to do is you got to go to silkcityhotsauce.com, right? If you want the best homemade hot sauce. I mean, it's just, you can ask anybody,
Hey, this is very good.
I mean, it's just, there's no way. Nobody's ever said anything bad about it, I mean, all you got to do is just kind of.
Hey, well, roll that around your mouth.
That's all you got to do.
That's all you gotta do.
That's all you got to do. And you'll be hooked.
Like Mr. Marshall.
You'll be hooked. Right? And especially, look, I know some people, with everybody put on their COVID-19, they're 19 pounds.
That's right.
Don't worry about it, especially if you've been.
I've been putting on a little weight lately.
Yeah, it's homemade. You don't have to worry about that. And it really is.
the most delicious you've ever tasted in your life.
It is. 0 calories. It's great.
It's fantastic. So what happens is you go to silkcityhotsauce.com. They have all these packages. They have all different types of hot sauces. I love Slurp and Mango Madness, which I've run out. And Louis loves Aztec Attack.
Yep,
absolutely. And now that we have our new deck, we have a new deck.
Nice.
They redid our whole deck, so now I've been doing a little more barbecuing.
There
So
you
now
go.
I'm marinating.
With the
I'm
hot
trying to learn how to do
Yeah.
that. I was never like a barbecue guy.
Yeah, well, it's good for that. It's good for that,
It's
too.
good for that too. So what you do is go and purchase some of the best hot sauce you'll ever taste, right?
Yeah.
And then what you do is right when you go to your checkout, let me see if I can get this right this time. We've been a little rusty on this. Yeah. What you do is you if you want to get a 15% percentage off of your thing, you just go and you put
RX.
in the coupon code,
nailed it.
okay? That's all you got to do. There's going to be a little coupon code there, and you put 2 lovely letters, and those letters are RX in the coupon code. And what you do is you get 15% percentage off of your bill, and you also get a free bottle of
Cherry Sriracha.
I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't think of the word.
all right, I did it right. Okay. We're a little rusty, but I did it
good
okay.
now.
I
We're
did it
doing
okay.
good. Okay.
Did it okay. And you get a free bottle of Cherry Sriracha.
Sriracha.
So don't forget to go to silkcityhotsauce.com, purchase some great hot sauce, put RX in the coupon code, get yourself 15% percentage off of your order, and then you get a free bottle of Cherry Sriracha. Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's the
Thank
show,
you, guys.
everybody.
That was the show, everybody. Good night. Buy that stuff, and because we don't want to do this anymore.
Please.
We don't want to do this anymore. We actually do love doing this.
Yeah.
It's just getting in here, which is like the real pain.
Yeah,
so.
we've been a couple of things going in both of our lives
Absolutely,
here. And
yeah, absolutely.
We're trying. Just
Yeah.
hang in there with us, please. Just hang in there with us.
Hang in there, and I'm just trying to find something here. There we go. Okay. So, what we want to do is first, our last episode, our full-grown nut of the week was Shelly G, right?
Shelly
G. a fine full-grown nut of the week.
Oh, God, yes.
Absolutely. A fine gentleman. And so what we wanted to do real quick is Shelley did two things for us. First, he, some guys will do like a thing where they'll say thank you and blah, blah, blah. Shelley went a little differently. He sent me a message, and it was he wanted to tell a joke. And it seems that a music teacher
he learned this from hanging out with the higher ups.
Yeah.
The thing with a joke.
Yeah.
If you want to get a point across, do it with a joke.
Do it with a joke.
Yes.
So he sent me a joke. It seems that a music teacher at a school asked a kid to go on what's another word for message? A trip for him. The kid said, "Oh, but sir, I'm very tired. Do I have to go now? I know you're tired, but nevertheless, you must go." The kid asked, "Can I go on a horse?" "Yes, you may," said the teacher. The kid came right back. "Sir, there are no horses in the supply room. However, there is a goat." And he says, "Don't be silly," the teacher said. "I wouldn't send a kid on a goat out on a goat like this." Don't you get it?
Get it? Kid on a goat.
On a goat. And what's funny about it, I love that he mixed in the Billy Goat joke and the joke.
Night on a dog.
A night on a dog, absolutely. And then he also sent me this thing where he says, "I went to Starbucks for an avocado pear salad, and noticed some cherry sriracha in the same container. I said RX, but the order was still full price, no 15% percentage off of the thing." So, Shelley G, of course, our last full-grown nut of the week.
A very proud full-grown nut.
Proud full-grown nut of the
everybody
week.
before him.
Yep, absolutely. Just proud. Like all of you beforehand. And with that, we have to get into our next full-grown nut of the week.
Verily, the Honeymooners podcast knights the full-grown nut of the week. Aren't you lucky?
I love that. This just never gets old.
I know, no. That's why we have full-grown of the week, just to play this.
It gives me real pleasure to present to you this award.
Alan Crete. Yes, our new full-grown nut of the week is none other than Alan Crete. Alan has been around forever. And you know what?
Loyal listener.
And he's also a thespian.
Yes, he's thespian.
Yes, absolutely.
Thespian.
Yeah.
Yes.
He not only fit the part, but
he fit the guy's costume.
He fit the guy.
Wasn't the first church.
Alan has always been a great contributor on the Facebook page.
Yes.
And always kind of gives us some stuff to talk about. Mm-hmm. And a very, very, first of all, he's very...
I am humble.
He's a very humble guy because he kept asking... Because you know what? When I was thinking about it, like, you know what? I have a feeling when he finds out he's going to...
Am I worthy of such an honor?
He's probably going to think that.
He's probably saying, what the hell took so long?
Yes. And you know why? As soon as he found out. And we know why. Yeah. We know why he was chosen.
He always looked like some kind of nut to me.
And that's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
You have to look like some kind of nut.
Yeah, yeah.
Act like some kind of nut and be some kind of nut.
And be some kind of nut.
And you become full-grown nut of the week.
Full-grown nut of the week. Absolutely.
Now we had to take this in front of the board.
Right.
Of course.
And of course,
we took it in front of the board. You know, we presented it. We
and
closed the door, and they just
we closed the door. And through the door, I heard one of the members say,
"Is this the man who gets the award?"
I was like, "Could you keep it down?" You know what I mean? You don't want Alan to get upset. You know, we can. You know,
and we're not supposed to hear it through the door anyway.
Yes,
we want to be held. We want to be in suspenders.
We want to be in suspenders too. Because you know what? When it was very emotional when I found out that he was going to get it.
Mm-hmm. It brings a tear to my eye and a lump to my throat.
And it wasn't even me.
No,
it was for Alan.
Alan.
It was just for Alan.
It's just emotional.
Yes, it really is.
God. Just to think these people getting lumped in with Ira. Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, again, congratulations
Yes,
to Alan.
Alan.
You will be getting your certificate in the mail, and I hopefully you live at 33 Kosciuszko Street in Karen Gibson. All right. So, let's get going.
Number 99 is just as stupid as the 98 previous one.
98 previous ones, exactly.
Oh, God.
So, we want to, before we get into this week's stuff, we want to continue with last week.
Yeah.
Last episode.
Last episode.
First, we did our thing with one-word punchlines. And I think that
we came up with a few, two
or
three.
Yeah. You got to come up with a few.
Got to come up with a few,
right?
Yeah.
And we got reminded of a couple from on Twitter from Titan. Titan on Twitter. He's very angry. Yeah. His little thing there is a very angry looking guy there.
Okay.
Yeah. But he has
New York Titans.
Yeah. Great one-word punchlines. Norton. Gin. Very good, funny punchline.
How'd we forget that?
I know. You know why? Because they're not classic punchlines.
Yeah.
It's just a word, but because of the situation, it ends up being funny. It's a one-word punchline. Also, from Thelma, okay. Which, again, a simple, and I think if you read it, it wouldn't be as funny as you're, watching it happen. And Norton, counting down, 3, which is brilliant Art Carney, right, the way he says it. And then, of course, it's the RX.
Famous one.
The famous one. I can't believe we didn't think of RX.
Oh, my God.
So, Titan came through with a few more of the one-word punchlines from episode 98. And we thank you, Titan. We appreciate that.
Yes, we do. Yes,
absolutely. We do. So, where do we want to go from here? I got to go. Again, from last week. Last week, our episode was all about the Colonnade Room. And it was called Bill, I Think You Better Say Something. Right? Great. It was a great title because it was Millie saying that great.
Oh, God, it was excellent.
So, David Thaler. Right? Not sailor, sounding like Mike Tyson. It's Thaler, Thaler. Hiya, Thaler. I'm sorry. That was really stupid. That was really dumb. I apologize, David.
We don't have to apologize. Our show's stupid.
Yes.
It fits right in.
So, David Thaler, he put, when it was talking about the episode title, and this is going to turn into something big. It's more like, Beal, I think you better say something. I always felt that if there was a spinoff from the Honeymooners, it would have been Bill and Millie. And how hilarious is that?
Oh, God.
And by the way, David, you brought in something.
Yeah.
And we're going to make a whole thing about the top spinoffs, possible spinoffs of the Honeymoon.
We're
going to work on that.
We don't want to give them away right now.
Nope, not yet. But thank you, David. That is absolutely hilarious that he always thought that Bill and Millie would have been a great Honeymooners spinoff.
Oh,
absolutely hilarious.
It's been better than Grady.
Yes. So now we want to get into our patriarch of the full-grown nuts of the week.
Yes.
Which is Ira.
Ira, of course.
Of course. Going back to last week. Now, last episode, we talked about we did the whole Colonnade Room. And Louis, at the end, talking about when they all pulled out the money. Because they didn't say how much the bill was, but Millie hinted to the fact it's got to cost at least $40.
At least $40.
So Louis, we started going, well, Ralph pulled out $16, and we figured out that Alice said $7.
You kind of, because the music
started
drowned
playing
her out, but we kind of like read her lips.
You read her lips a little bit,
and it was
and
7.
she said 7.
I had 7.
And we figured out it was about, what, $42?
I think it was 44 when we added them
44, right?
And we said that would be, if it was 40 at the time, maybe the tip would be, it's ruled at 10% at the time. We don't know what they tipped.
We don't know what they tipped.
It was much less than we tipped today.
Yeah, it's not 20%.
So you figure if it was 40 with 10%, there it is, $44.
$44, right? So it was actually, it worked out for this inconsistency that this show always had.
Especially with numbers.
Especially with numbers. Exactly.
The show's awful, especially with monetary totals.
Right.
Awful.
Exactly. So Ira he emails me, and he says, "That's it. I'm going to see a psychiatrist. You nuts are calculating how much money they have to pay the check, and I'm finding it fascinating."
Only thing I feel sorry for that psychiatrist.
Yes, exactly.
When that full-grown nut walks through the office door.
The psychiatrist is going to go, hold on a second. I have to go see my psychiatrist now.
Close the
But
window.
absolutely hilarious. I love Ira's frustration and his I don't want to say anger because it's not anger.
No, it's not anger.
It's in the anger thing, but in a goofy way.
Yeah. It's more Joe. It's more passionate.
Passionate. Yeah. Absolutely. It's
very passionate.
It's hilarious that he found it so fascinating that we were calculating the money for the bill at the colonnade room. Oh my God, it was so great.
God.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Okay. Now we have to continue with Ira because Ira kind of spun us into this other thing. Now Ira, he emailed me and he said, "What is Marilyn Monroe doing here?" Absolutely no one pronounced her name like this in the quote modern times. Then, like now, it's always been pronounced Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
Emphasis on the second syllable. Yeah. But maybe I'm wrong, and that in 1956 her name wasn't all that established, but it has to have been, for it was included in the script.
Yeah.
So why's Ralph incorrect pronunciation?
Yeah.
And we're going to play that.
Yeah.
And we're going to explain it.
It's the best we can.
It's the best we can. Here we go.
Hi, Ralph. Hi, Ed.
What is that vision?
And we're going to let this
that
go a
just
little bit.
walked through the door. Nothing. What is Marilyn Monroe doing here? Where? My. How beautiful you look tonight. Is that a new shade of lipstick you have?
No. I got a promotion today. Now I'm a jelly donut taster.
Oh, and look at those alabaster hands, how white and pure.
That's powdered sugar.
I don't think the flattery's going too good. Why don't you try a left hook?
Flattery.
I'm leaving the premises.
I'd be very happy to. I'll send Trixie down for my pay. Buttercup.
Okay. So there's two things here. First, Marilyn Monroe. Now, they say Marilyn Monroe twice.
Yes, she's mentioned
twice. When he's taking the pictures. For safety award.
Safety award.
And he goes, well, when you took the picture.
Well, he
Marilyn,
says to the guy, it's Frank Marth. He says, well, my
when you
picture
put this
could be
on the cover,
your picture's not going on, Mr. Kramer. Your picture's not going on the cover.
Right.
Well, you had Marilyn Monroe's picture on the cover, so he says it. Monroe.
Correctly.
Yes, Monroe.
Right. And then, of course, Charlie has the great line. You get yourself in a bathing suit.
Bikini bathing suit.
We'll put your picture on the cover.
And then, of course, Ralph gives him that great look. Oh, that double take look.
Yes, it's really
in disgust.
funny.
It's great.
It's fantastic. Great. Right. So, we're like, well, why did he pronounce it Monroe? And it's obvious when we thought about it, because Ira brought it up. It's because that was sort of the punchline. Yeah. It was the funny part. The when he says, "How come you didn't get the Marilyn Monroe?" That was kind of the setup.
Setup to Charlie.
To Charlie saying the funny joke.
Line, yeah.
Well, this is him being cartoonish. And hey, what's Marilyn? Because he's being insincere.
Yeah.
And he's being cartoonish, and he's going to be flattering her. Yeah. So when you do that in a show, you're going to be like, whoa!
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what does he do? What's Marilyn Monroe? He even does the thing with his fist or something like Monroe. And, of course, that's why. And that's what makes it hilarious. Yeah. Now, it wasn't like this hilarious moment where people were falling over, but it set up how funny this whole thing was going to be.
And, two, is the where
right.
Gets the laugh.
Gets the laugh. Yeah. Exactly. So it was perfect.
Yeah.
And I think it's that cartoonish over the top thing, and that's because if, like you said, if he would have said, "Hey, what's Marilyn Monroe doing here?"
Yeah. It doesn't have an emphasis.
It doesn't have the same bite.
It doesn't.
So does not have
Monroe
the same bite.
Does it?
Absolutely.
That's the hook.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Absolutely. And it's not like it's so mispronounced that you wouldn't know what it is.
No.
It's just What's Marilyn Monroe doing
Yeah.
here? You know what I mean? And it just, boom, your ears hear it, you perk up, and then boom. Hey, where?
Yeah.
And it just sets up the whole thing.
And I like always part is how beautiful you look tonight. She's looked the same in every 39 episodes. I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't ever remember her hair being different. Even when they went out to like the colonnade room.
Yeah, it was always the same.
To Bert Wiedemeyer's house.
Yeah.
She's always looked
exactly
the same.
And she's always been beautiful.
Oh, always been beautiful.
But for some reason tonight
she looked
yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, covered in powdered sugar,
and
jelly
on her lips. Yeah.
So now,
Okay.
that was our first thing.
Okay, now.
And then when I was playing, because I wanted to play the whole thing.
Yeah.
Louis noticed something. Just
today.
Just 10 minutes ago, right before we got on the air. Listen carefully to when Ed says,
Play the intro, too.
"Oh,
Yeah.
duh.
We'll play the intro.
We're going to have to play the intro, which is going to kind of give it away,
Yeah,
but who cares?
That's okay. That's what it's for.
It's we haven't played this in so
Oh, my
long.
God.
Oh, my God.
It's on a cassette deck.
And now, the Honeymooners podcast presents
It's not in the top hand drawer.
the Flub of the Week.
And that is my pal, the great Joe Fernandez.
Joe Fernandez,
And
yes.
if you want to, look up I Don't Know Joe. Joe made a little series on YouTube, a
Okay.
6-part series, and it's very funny.
Okay.
It's a little short thing. They reach about 6 or 7 minutes. I Don't Know Joe by Joe Fernandez.
Okay.
Check it out, okay? So now, wait a minute. Flub of the week. There can't be any more flubs.
Didn't cover them all?
We've covered them all.
No.
Maybe not. And listen to when Norton says, I guess, the flat tree,
Yeah,
which is
flat
funny.
tree, yeah.
The flat
It was
tree.
the flat tree.
Maybe he'll try to left hook.
hook.
Listen to Ralph. We'll play the whole thing again. Here we go.
Hi, Ralph. Hi, Ed.
What is that vision that just walked through the door? Not. What is Marilyn Monroe doing here? Where? My. How beautiful you look tonight. Is that a new shade of lipstick you have?
No. I got a promotion today. Now I'm a jelly donut taster.
Oh, and look at those alabaster hands, how white and pure.
That's powdered sugar.
I love his
I don't
voice,
think
too.
the flattery's going too good. Why don't you try a left hook?
Do you mind leaving the premises?
I'd be very happy to. I'll send Trixie down for my pay. Buttercup.
Okay. Did you hear it? It's slight, but
it's
once you
there.
hear it, now you can't unhear it.
You can't unhear it now.
He says like premises.
Mind leaving the premises?
Would you mind leaving the premises? Let's play it again.
Mind leaving the premises?
Premises.
Do you mind leaving the premises?
Oh, it's so subtle, but it's perfect.
But now that you hear it, I'm hearing it more.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
more emphatic now. I'm hearing it
Exactly. And look, this one was accidental.
accidentally because we were playing this clip.
Because we were playing the clip.
and we have the headphones on, which
But
makes
it's
you really
just-
hear it.
And it's just so great because, again, it's something a little fresh.
Yep.
And also, this whole thing with him, with how his voice.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, this whole thing when he's doing this, he sounds unlike any other time Ralph Cramden.
no.
He's never sounded like that.
No, he never
before.
sounded like that. That's what I said. His voice is like
It's totally different. It's not the Rachel. It's not
not
that.
the Rachel voice.
It's not even when he's being sincere. Like when he's, it was just me. I'm
Yeah.
a Mokes.
Yeah.
Not that either.
No.
It's something different, which goes to the brilliance in the emoting that Jackie Gleason could do.
It's Gleason.
He put this voice together where it's like it almost.
Those alabaster hands.
Yeah, so white and pure.
Pure.
And it's like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? And it just goes to show how great of an actor he was.
Yeah.
He put this other voice on to where he's being fake loving to his wife because he's never done that.
Because you know it's not in the script. Like Ralph, doesn't read in the script. Like Ralph, change your voice. Ralph
No.
changes his voice. No, that's Gleason.
It's
He's
Gleason.
just doing it.
He's just doing
it.
it.
Just comes across even better.
So I want to one more time. I just want to play the whole thing again. Enjoy that thing, listening to his voice.
Yep.
And the Monroe.
And
then listen to the premises. And then we'll get off this. Here we go.
Hi, Ralph. Hi, Ed.
What is that vision that just walked through the door? Nothing. What is Marilyn Monroe doing here?
Where?
My. How beautiful you look tonight. Is that a new shade of lipstick you have?
No. I got a promotion today. Now I'm a jelly donut taster.
Oh, and look at those alabaster hands, how white and pure.
That's powdered sugar.
I don't think the frattery's going too good. Why don't you try a left hook?
Do you mind leaving the premises?
I'd be very happy to. I'll send Trixie down for my pay, Buttercup.
All right. You know what I got to say about that? You're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome. All right? That is worth this episode just in itself. That whole thing. Oh, it is absolutely fantastic.
I just love the way he says pure.
Pure. Yeah, it's almost like that
pure,
that
pure.
regal thing,
Yeah, the
right?
regal thing, yeah.
It's a little smidge of the Rachel.
It's kind of
a
Rachel,
little bit of the Barrymore, right? He was doing John Barrymore.
No, Barrymore was when he comes in with Mr. Fabersham.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the other guy.
Fabersham.
Yeah, Fabersham.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, listen, we're going to go right from that into another bit. I can't believe it.
why not?
After all of the stuff with the guys, now we're doing bits.
Yeah.
And here it is. Oops. And here it is.
Hear ye, verily, hear ye. The Honeymooners podcast now presents Ad Lib or Not an Ad Lib. That is the question.
The fantastic David Ingram. My pal, David Ingram.
Man.
The rock star from Copenhagen, who most people listening to this would not like his music. Just tell you right now. But if you want, you can check out Bolt Thrower, and then you'll probably throw your radio out the window. I love it, or I enjoy some of his music, but most of you guys,
not me.
It's okay. But ad lib or not ad lib.
But I love his voice.
Yes,
his speaking voice.
His speaking voice is great. So we have two. We have two ad libs.
Yeah.
Two quick ad libs
that we think.
Then we're going to get to the trivia.
Our ad libs are always open for argument. And that's why we play them. That's why we play
absolutely.
them. You want to get your juices flowing out there, your intellectual juices, and we want to hear Dave Ingram's voice.
Exactly.
So we forced the issue.
Absolutely. And the first one is from Oh My Aching Back.
Yeah.
When they bring Ralph in.
When you're hearing the wah-wah music, yeah.
Absolutely. And then Norton has the guys leave, and he says something. Here it is.
Let me take care of it. When you fellas go,
Okay.
He's in my hands.
Take it easy,
okay.
Ralph.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah. So long.
Don't slam the door. Easy.
Okay. Don't slam the door. Now, it's kind of... It's weird.
Yeah.
That, what's that got to do with his back?
Yeah, really. If you slam the door, is it going to hurt his back even more? Like the vibration? I mean...
So we kind of wondered, is that an ad lib? Is that just Art Carney just saying, don't slam the door because it's late?
Yeah, it's late.
I don't know. And then you say...
you see Frank Marth, actually gingerly closing the door.
Exaggerating, going real quiet.
I'm not going to slam this door.
Right.
So that's what made me, is it or isn't it? It's just a strange line. But
it's a strange line.
If a line's written for Norton... It could be strange and off the wall because it's
true.
Written. You remember you think of it in that term, written for Ed Norton.
Correct.
So it could be something like that. But
Yeah.
to me, it just seems strange. And it's just
Don't
don't
slam
slam the door. Like okay, yeah.
Exactly.
So
that's number one.
that's number one.
Okay.
Number two.
Number two is from...
The same episode.
Oh, yes, that's right.
the same
Yep.
episode.
And it was Ralph. It was Ed basically saying Ralph is afraid of Alice. Yeah. And he says this.
Get a load of who's talking. How about the night that Trixie insisted that you go with her to her mother's house? The night we were going to play pool.
Well, we ended up playing pool, didn't we?
Yeah, you and me against her and her mother.
funny line.
Yeah.
Well, I'll never forget that shellacking we took tonight.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so it's the line, I'll never forget the shellacking we took. But Louis points out, he says, it almost sounds like Ralph was about to say something, and he said that. So, which makes it seem, well, first of all, the fact it's a funny line.
It is a great line.
That, first of all, it's the word shellacking.
Which they used twice in this episode.
But the fact that
they got from the Bayonne
bunch, right? And the fact that it's a funny line that two guys who play pool all the time got beat by his wife and her mother.
Yeah.
And used the word shellacking. So it's just a funny line.
It's just not, they didn't just lose.
Right.
When you get shellacked.
Shellacked. Yeah, you take a beat.
You take a beat. Like they didn't give up the table. Like, I mean, Alice and her mother ran the table. I mean, not Alice. Trixie and her mother ran the table.
Ran the table, exactly. So that is our second ad lib.
Yeah.
I believe the first one was Art Carney ad libbing.
You think so? Okay.
I think
Don't
so.
slam the door.
Don't slam the door.
As more so than. Don't forget the shellacking we took. You think that the first one was more so than the second one? See,
yes.
I'm opposite. I think the second one because but then again, you can't put things on Gleason because he never knew his spot anyway. Maybe we've spoken before about him jumping lines.
Correct.
So he was ready to jump this one too.
Maybe that's what it was.
So
he was about to jump the
so
line.
I don't know. So maybe that's what makes it to me seem like an ad lib.
An ad lib. So that'll be the homework for tonight.
The guy just chime in. Nobody's right and wrong here.
Yeah.
Unless you have the script in front of you.
Right,
which we
exactly.
don't,
Right, yeah. Or if Brian Carney has an opinion. Our pal Brian, then we would go with him. So that's it. The first one is the slamming of the door. And second, shellacking
we took. Yeah.
So I'll probably put we're recording this on Thursday. It'll probably come out Friday. I'll put it out Friday evening. Yeah. And we'll definitely have you guys do that.
Just
give your two.
Yeah, say what you think. Say what you think.
Your 2 cents. Yeah. All right. Well, we are now getting to Louis' 11th favorite thing to do on this show.
10 more things that are more favorite than this.
And here it is. Let's see how we do.
Now, Tom, who is our first guest, please?
Herb.
Our first guest, ready to leap the first hurdle on his way to the $99,000 answer, is our...
Directly from a gig at the Bill Davis Comedy Factory in Akron, Joe Conti.
I want to see the expression on your face when you miss it.
The Bill Davis
Comedy Factory in Akron. But his office is in Chicago. That's how big his Comedy Factory is.
That's hilarious, Louis. That is so funny. The Bill Davis Comedy Factory.
Because there are places, aren't there like comedy factories?
There's a club in New Jersey called the Stress Factory.
Okay, here you go.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The Laugh Factory.
The Laugh Factory. That's
absolutely.
what I was thinking of.
Yeah. The Comedy Factory.
Bill Davis Comedy Factory in Akron.
All right, let's see what we got here. Okay.
Okay, now as you know.
I said okay.
Okay. Okay. Now, me and Joe, we don't talk about this show, so this just happened to be the trivia question. Happened to be.
Oh, boy.
Go along with your intro. I didn't say anything when you were doing it.
Okay.
Because I already had it prepared and I didn't know what else to do.
Right.
Herman Groover's victory feed. What are the 3 things in the victory feed?
That is so weird.
You played it before.
Oh, that's right. Yes. So you had the Neapolitan Knotworks.
Okay, that's right. So
there's 3.
There's 3 of them. That's the third one.
Neapolitan Knotworks. Oh my God. I am totally blanking out.
Are you?
Here.
I thought you would nail this one.
I thought I would nail this one too.
Yeah. I was going to get this one. The one you got last time, I was like, he's not getting this one, and boom, you nailed it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I am. So there's 2 other.
There's 2 others. Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank.
Okay. I'll give you the first one, and maybe you can get the second one.
Okay.
3 kinds of pizza.
3 kind of pizza.
What's the second one? It's gross. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Oh, Knotworks and sauerkraut. Sauerkraut. Pig's knuckles and sauerkraut. Pig's knuckles and sauerkraut. And what was the third?
Neapolitan knockwurst.
And what was the first?
3 kinds of pizza.
Oh.
There were 3 things that he set up. Says 3 things that he says.
Right.
I mean, obviously, 3 kinds of pizzas.
Is
3 things, but
right.
But I'm saying the 3 things that he says: 3 kinds of pizza, pig's knuckles and sauerkraut, and that Neapolitan knockwurst
you like so much. And I can't believe I picked Herman Gruber.
Yeah, you picked Herman Gruber. I'm like, oh no. And then you played the thing. I'm like,
I don't even have it. Oh God. All right. Well, let's see. Let me see how we can finish this up here.
Say something funny.
I guess. Who can we thank? First of all, we want to thank our full-grown nut of the week, Alan Crete, of course. And then, of course, Shelley, our last week's with his contribution. David Thaler for his contribution. Ira
for his
Titan.
Everlasting.
Yeah. I mean, we should just put it in the intro. Thank you, Ira, for your contribution.
The poor guy right now has got his hands in his face, and he's just trying to figure out this bill from the Colonnade Room.
Who else? Thank you to Soak City Hot Sauce. All you guys who listen, email us, comment on Facebook, and of course, some of you special pals, you all know who you are. You are, yes. And please leave the premises.
Please leave the premises.
Share these episodes with friends on social media. We all know people that love the Honeymooners that have no idea about this podcast.
No.
Still, let them know. Thank you for thank you to the Facebook group, the Honeymooners Raccoon Lodge, with Joy and Brother Norton. And check out my 1-hour comedy album called Happiness. You can download it anywhere you get your music or comedy. You can support me anyway if you listen or pay for it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. And I think that's it.
Should be it. I have nothing.
Episode 90.
Nothing for 98 episodes.
We're gonna have to talk this week. We're gonna figure out we got to do something a little special for 100. And I think I already know some of the things we're gonna do.
Okay, good. Yeah, because we're done with the athletes.
Yeah, finished.
We're done.
Yeah,
90, and I can't get any higher than 99.
Yeah,
I just want to use somebody's bib from the New York Marathon, which they're not going to do. From Kenya, from Obu Ibu.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. He won again.
He won again for the 14th time.
Yes, exactly. All right. So that's it. Number 99 in the books. For me and Louie, we say we'll see you next time.
E pluribus raccoonum. Night all.
Goodbye, Mr. Crandon. I'll be seeing you.
I'll be seeing you. Irving Kale and Sammy Fain, 1938.
Oh, Mr. Crandon, it's all over now.
It's all over now. Bassy Simon, 1927.
No, good night, Mr. Crandon.
Good night. There were 2 songs, Good Night. It was Good Night, Irene, written by Lomax and Ledbetter. Good Night, Sweetheart, written by Rudy Valley and Ray Noble.
RX.
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer, Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.